See, now we're starting all abrupt.
Welcome to Roundtable Recap. I don't like that as much.
Welcome to Roundtable Recap, where a bunch of us fucking nights sit around and drink and talk about ourselves.
Oh, shit.
Also, can you pass me another drink?
Did you not bring a drink?
You want one for everybody else, not yourself.
Ow!
I'll actually leave that in and see if we get taken down because that'll be funny.
Because it's not words.
I mean, that's fair. Anyway, welcome to Roundtable Recap. The most candid that we're going to get in our podcast so far. I am the GM, Ben. I'm here with the Knights, the Adventure Knights. If y'all want to introduce yourself and the characters you play.
I'm Backyard Bernard. Yep.
Yeah.
Are we saying our names?
No introduction needed.
A.K.A. Skylar.
Hello.
Hello, this is John, the character of Argon.
Kasiki Man.
Kasiki.
The pantsless player.
The
Pantsless prayer.
Hello, I'm Emily, and I play the character of Morgana.
Hey guys, Joseph here. I'm playing Baron, and also I'm playing Cornelius.
Yeah. The Cornelius is the most recent addition. As of the posting of this, yeah, that's going to be the most recent episode.
Mr. Al Dente.
Al dente. But yeah,
I'm very excited to be here. I'm kind of sad to leave.
you're going to talk in character the whole time.
Well, why not?
Whatever you want to do.
You're saying we don't talk in character?
You don't have to. I mean, you can do whatever you want.
Oh.
I guess we're not in an episode.
Yeah, no, this is just the people, the few people that listen to us get to hear us be us.
Well, here's a question. Joe, why did you want to build a new character?
So essentially, when we were actually coming out with this campaign in our party and we're just talking about it, we were trying to figure. I was kind of trying to figure out when would be a good time to come out with my character. I didn't know because I knew you guys were building yours, and I was like, man, I kind of want to do an envoy. I want to start out with them, and then when I found out you were going to join us later, I was like, it's going to be kind of hard with an envoy, a rogue, and a mage. It wasn't going to be like a good balance. I thought we'll need a warrior in the party to kind of help and take most of the damage and stuff like that, so I didn't want us to die right away.
And then he made us fight, me and Morgana, and left the warrior out the whole damn time.
And he didn't even fight.
That was funny.
And then he brought him in just to one-hit a wall.
I mean, that was pretty funny to have the non-warrior be, or the two non-warriors be in the fighting ring.
To be honest, I actually thought I was going to watch the whole thing like in that fucking like seat, and I was like, "Oh, this is great! I get to," because I like to watch wrestling a little bit. I'm like, "Oh, it'd be cool! I can be like the coach of these guys." And no, they fucking did everything on their own. I was like,
need it.
"No, they
Did we
didn't."
drink all of the rains?
I think so.
No.
Damn.
I think we. How many did you bring?
3.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Damn.
That was really good, too. Rain?
They were
Yeah.
really good.
Please sponsor us.
If anyone knows a Rain sponsor,
Rain.
Rain energy drinks.
Total body fuel.
With 0 calories.
Good for all ages.
Wait, no, it's not. It's 10.
False advertisement.
0 sugars per can.
Ooh,
Get yourself a can of Rain.
Rain. We're not sponsored.
no,
We're not sponsored. But thank you, Rain.
But yeah,
Definitely delicious.
Tasty.
Yeah, no, I think so far this has been pretty fun. Again, a little bit of on my backstory. I used to play D&D about 15 years ago, and back then it was definitely a totally different, what would you say, mechanics.
I mean,
I guess you would say.
that's just D&D. This is a totally different system.
Yeah, this is
Age
Fantasy Age.
But the system I was used to, like, man, you had environmental effects.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, if you played like as an armor character,
I mean,
and the
I'm
DM
sure
rolled,
you played 3.5.
Yeah.
which is
So with
it was
insane.
insane.
So experiencing that, what was the transition going from that to Fantasy Age?
Oh, dude, it was completely.
Is it
Okay.
easier?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is definitely way easier. It's less complex. I mean, again, it's been 15 years since I played, so there's still a lot that I am trying to understand
Yeah.
and trying to figure out as we're playing. But yeah, no, so far this is definitely a lot easier, and I'm having a lot more fun.
It's just a new system for you, very much so. And then
Oh,
for
yeah.
all of us, it technically is because we only really played Dragon Age.
I don't want to have this part in here, but this is just
Too bad.
Okay. Do you actually want him to like share a mic? Would that be easier with the round table? Since
Why?
Is it cutting out?
is it,
You just got to talk
Cutting in
close
and
to
out a little bit.
Lean back. Hold on. There.
And do this.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there you go. And just make sure you talk close to it.
How's this?
You don't have to be like here, but just like the 3 fingers.
This sounds a lot
So you
better.
can take 3 fingers.
Just far enough for your tongue to touch it.
Oh, I was gonna lick it.
Okay, let's not lick our microphones
Yeah.
today.
I already looked that one enough.
Oh,
So did Jaquan.
I guess we can kind of start from like the first episode, as far as jogging everyone's memories. It seems like such a long time
That was a
ago.
long time ago.
Like for us, it literally was a long time ago. I think that was in November.
dang.
I'm gonna be honest. The first episode, I was trying to throw you off with the whole baby thing.
You did. You very much did.
Baby thing.
Oh, is it a baby?
Yeah. And then I was like, all right, I see what you're doing here. I'm going to counter that.
I liked it. It was fun.
He was a 15-year-old baby. It talks.
so Ben, how long have you actually been GMing and everything like that? Like how many years do you have underneath your belt? Or
I mean, all said and done.
Yeah,
I'd
what's
say-
beneath your belt, Ben?
Take off your pants.
Is that a new belt? Wait, Skylar, this is actually a new belt also.
No way.
So Skylar and I have new belts. Oh, we need to take pictures and shit while we're doing this also. Who wants to do that?
Shirtless.
Candid pics. We don't have to do any group shit.
all right.
But I mean, as far as like GMing, I DM'd D&D for 3 years. This was actually originally the campaign that I wrote for D&D. When I first DM'd, I didn't do a module or anything. I did a homebrew right out the gate, and this was this world.
Dang.
And I just adapted it for Fantasy Age because Fantasy Age is so much more fun to me.
Yeah.
Because Dragon Age is the shit, dude. We had so much fun with Dragon Age. Over a year campaign that me and Joey had with one of our other friends. That was so much fun. Taking from level 1 to level 12.
That was so nice.
It
Man.
was
I really enjoyed that.
crazy. Like they went through. It started with like the opening of like Origins, so the video game was like the basis for it, and then from there it just went all homebrew to them being Deep Roads dwarves, fighting Darkspawn, ogres, a wyvern in the night, going into the Fade and fighting demons. Like it was intense.
Wow.
It all ended. I mean, it technically isn't over, but the last session was a mass battle between dwarves trying to retake one of their overrun cities of Darkspawn that they sieged, and I had the two of them do like preparations to figure out how the army could attack better and do subterfuge and shit. But the whole system was cool. But yeah, just homebrewing. I love creating the world, and I mean that takes it back to kind of the first episode here because that was all out of our asses.
Yeah.
That was another thing. Did you expect the party to go in a direction that it did, or were you trying to like, throw it like in a different way?
It was
or?
definitely not meant to go that way. It was supposed to be like Bernard was supposed to take that first hook. And the fact that he didn't definitely threw off everything, but in the best way. Like this from having the guards talking because you got that success on that perception.
And I did nothing with it.
Yep. And that's when it all went from like, oh my gosh, here we go. We're going to, oh no. There it goes. There goes the campaign.
My bad.
No, it was beautiful. It created everything. That created the way of finding Baron better, getting with Morgana more naturally. It literally set off everything. But from that moment, because I had it planned to be like, all right, we're starting with Bernard. Bernard's going to go through the city. He'll have the chance to hear this. If he hears that, hopefully he finds it. Then I'll go over to like Morgana Landing. She'll figure out her spot in the city. She'll hear another guard or something happen that connects her with Bernard. Baron's going to have this issue with the Mafia. That'll also get him to a place where he's involved with like the dirty guards and shit. And it was all going to be very clean and succinct. And then it just happened to be, okay, cool, you're going to go to the Fountain District. Yeah, there's Drock.
And apparently there's a brothel.
And now there's a dead bird. The freaking seagulls, man.
You mean pigeon?
It was a seagull from the beginning. It's always a seagull.
I know. Does Bernard know?
I think so.
Probably not. No, it's really cool. Like, when I first started listening to you guys and how it really, really played out and how far we've come as a D&D group or even like a podcast. Just like how well rounded everything is. Because there's been a couple times where I'm like, okay, like my character is not really where I was seeing it or how I really wanted it to be. But then as the campaign continued going on and I started getting more and more comfortable with the character and playing as the character, you know, it was definitely helpful to have that backstory. And to where we are now, it's just, you know, pretty cool. Am I sounding like shit?
No, you're good.
Oh, okay.
I just fixed your noise gate a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Down or up?
Down a little bit, please. Turn my headset down a little bit. Just
Sorry.
That's better.
That better?
That's better. Thank
Okay. So now somebody else needs to take pictures, so Emily's in some of them.
I'm fine. I don't need to be in them.
She's all posing.
Joe, you zoom in them.
I mean, those... Just zoom in. Super far.
I think it already
I see
is,
Joe
isn't
pick
it?
up the camera and just go like this.
That's going to be for later. Oh my gosh.
God.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
I didn't do my makeup for this. I didn't put a face on today.
I did. I 100% did, so...
I can tell.
I know.
Another cool thing too is just like how we can really just like be ourselves. As
I mean, that's kind of the
personally
point.
and then also as like a character.
I mean, it's definitely a For
Why
me,
are you using Flash?
it's a struggle to like have to follow the story a bit, like, and be kind of serious about the story because, I mean, the whole point of the podcast is to have a narrative, to have a reason that people want to listen, not just us dicking around the whole time.
Right.
But also loving the dicking around so much because
Yeah.
it's the most fun part.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So just striking that balance. I try to not like bring you guys down or like try to ruin any moments for you, but I also try to be like, all right, we gotta do something
Yeah.
for this hour that I'm gonna put out.
And then I think at the end that definitely does work out. You know, everything just like comes
It
together.
comes together. It
Yeah.
it always like naturally just happens.
Yeah. Like those couple times where I did get passed out as a character, where I'm like, oh crap, like,
Yeah.
is this it? You know, it was definitely unexpected. Didn't think about it.
Yeah, and I mean the combat's definitely,
I love the combat system.
as far as this goes, the shots. Shot.
We're taking pictures
All
of
the
our
alcohol.
alcohols.
Yeah,
The
all
important part.
the drinking.
This is mine.
Little baby.
It's my baby.
My baby.
I mean, we
Although,
also,
Dawn, you have to put your water bottle away. There's a lot of...
you know, those all have brand
Logos.
labels on them, right?
Oh shit.
Yeah, just turn them all around.
Like on the side.
That's why I actually purposely face my bottle this way with a koozie on it.
Turn the rain towards us, though. But put it next to Ben's beer, facing me.
Oh, except for the rain. Yeah, the rain is the only product placement we want. But yeah, I mean, all said and done, the improv so far is insane. How good you guys are. I mean, specifically Emily and Skylar are so good with the improv. It's insane.
And yet, it's our newest people.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, how many times have you guys actually played like Fantasy Age and anything like this ever?
Only with you, buddy.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
Only
Emily
with you
has
guys.
some experience. She played D&D with us for a while with that Strahd campaign.
But this is like the first time I've ever seen her use like emotion. Like she's actually her character.
Besides Tiffany.
Well,
I feel like Tiffany's kind of like an alter ego.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
that's a story for another time. If you want to listen to Tiffany,
Yeah.
On the next episode.
That's
that's a later date.
If we get enough listeners to open up a Patreon.
Yeah, we'll release Ales of Girthhammer.
Yeah.
Our actually true name.
Yeah. The Adels of Girthhammer.
Oh, and John.
Oh, and John.
And John.
And special guest.
Its own small writing.
Patent pending.
Yeah. I trademarked it.
Nice.
There we go.
So, about the Sandrix fight.
Oh, we're just jumping to that, huh?
Okay.
I've got to
Oh, you got some beef?
I've got to say
so
something.
much, dude. We skipped so much.
That's okay. No,
I
go for
don't
it.
care.
We
Look,
could go
man,
out of order.
I was
Yeah.
trying so hard to go find a mystical device to kill the dragon with. I thought this dragon was going to regenerate because we're on sand and it's a sand dragon. I thought
And
as soon
that's
as we
such
kill it,
a smart thing.
To
that,
be honest, dude, you're so fucking like on point with like thinking and,
and
everything
that's
like
you should be GMing be things like that. That's the thought process of a GM.
that. Yeah, dude.
And that's something that, like, for me, I was like, that's so brilliant, but God, not at this level. Since you guys were level 3,
Yeah.
that dragon was already pretty much like the book dragon, cut in half with more detriments to it. That's how severe dragons are in Fantasy Age. I had to change a lot for the Sandrix fight to make it winnable.
Jesus.
But yeah,
So if
I
we
totally,
didn't change it, we would have died.
Oh, absolutely.
100%.
Damn.
There would have been no chance.
unless I got a magical weapon.
Nope. Zero chance.
I'm just
Did not
joking.
matter
I'm
what
just-
you did.
You could have
Joking.
stolen your water conch and drowned that dragon.
Drown it.
Yeah.
I guess I can't say zero. Literally, I would have had to missed every single attack, and you guys would have had to hit or crit every single time.
Damn.
And it still would have been a slog.
Oh, Jesus.
Normal dragons have 10 armor, I believe.
Deal.
10?
Yes. So
Man.
any damage you do that is under 10 doesn't do shit.
Anyway, for the viewers out there, I was trying to play it smart because the mermaid told us to have a steal your mind, the whole
oats.
steal oats thing, and I just was so confused. I was like, okay, there's definitely a mind puzzle, a mind game in this, and nope, it just strictly was go fight the dragon and kill it.
Yeah. I mean, I love that aspect that you instantly were just like, no, I got this.
Yeah, I was like, I know
I
exactly
figured out the
what's gonna
puzzle. I'm going to go take the dragon down and be the hero. And then ended up not being a part of it at all.
happen, and I will never live it down.
So funny.
I think the best part was when Argon threw him.
I think that's the funniest, the hardest we've laughed.
Yeah.
I think by far at this
Well, besides
point.
when I took that
I
shot.
think the best part of that whole scene, though, was John having no idea that he'd never tied the rope.
I had no
He was like,
idea.
I threw him.
I literally had no
And
idea.
he was so confident that he did it correctly.
Yeah,
And
and then-
Ben's like, bye.
Until Ben's like, okay, yeah, and then you just see the rope disappear, and I'm like, what do you mean? I thought I had it.
Yeah, so I mean, I cut it a little bit differently, so it wasn't the full thing because I had to cut a lot of that to make it not like 4.5 minutes of us just losing our shit. And it definitely is one of the things I never actually asked you if you tied the rope to him, but it was definitely the implication of Bernard had a rope tied to him, and you were just like, yeah, I mean, or you discussed, we'll tie a rope together, but you never actually said, yeah, so I
Yeah.
tie my rope to his rope. You just said I throw him.
Yeah, and listening back to it now, because I listened to that episode again a couple of days ago, and you're right. I never specified that I tied the rope to me.
And I mean, it's one of those things. It's like it doesn't actually impact anything. Like Bernard didn't
It's
take
just funny,
damage. He didn't like die. Like
It's just
It's
funny.
more for laughs. Really.
it was
Oh,
literally
that's all
just for the
it
role
is.
it was
play.
great.
Just for the lulz. But we can reel it back to, I guess, like the second episode. So that's like the first session, I guess. The first session was definitely just, it's
Trying to get like a bearing of everything.
definitely that, but just the fact that everything was just so improv. It's just crazy to me. Listening back to it, I was like, wow, we actually made this work.
Yeah, but you guys did such a great job with it.
When I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I know what was supposed to happen. It was supposed to be you guys find all these dirty guards, find out they're like part of the undead pirate thing, and then Bolton attacks.
Whew. Oh yeah,
That was going to be
completely
it.
That was what it was supposed to be.
That's what it was supposed to be.
Wow.
Definitely missed that
turned,
one.
And then it turned into, okay, well now Broden has a bigger part. I guess that gives me an opening to introduce this whole God thing that's going to be kind of a big part of the campaign, so might as well start that early. And then you ended up with 2 adversaries.
That's awesome.
Damn.
It was like, you know what? Screw it. Why not? Let's just go freaking big.
Yeah. And again, I think it definitely played out very, very well. Because we got the main objective. Well, one of the main objectives done in obviously a lengthy time.
Yeah.
From the time that we started recording, or when you guys started recording, to the time my character got introduced.
Yeah, I guess
to
we can
where
also
are now.
say that that's why John wasn't actually in the recording. Or Argon wasn't there for the first 5 episodes,
Right.
since John actually wasn't here.
Yeah,
But
definitely
we
had
made it
some
work. It worked
personal
out.
stuff going on.
It literally worked out perfectly.
It did. It
To
did.
be at that point where to be like, oh, there's just another patron in the hotel. It's a freaking hotel.
In which I was disturbed from my slumber.
That's a good episode too.
That was awesome.
I will say
I
this.
was just trying to sleep.
I think the thing I'm happiest about so far is how funny the combats are.
Yeah.
How like when we get into combat, and I mean it's definitely on all of us to like keeping the role play alive in combat makes it
Right.
so much more fun.
Right.
When the creatures are talking to you or you're talking shit to them. Like it just makes it so much more it's so much more entertaining to listen to and play.
Yeah. And then you can definitely hear the development of the characters themselves.
I think the wall fight is the biggest indicator of that. That shit is so funny.
Dude, I cannot believe we barely won that by 1.
Yeah, I'm talking, I guess, on the wall fight, not the wall fighting fight.
The wall!
The wall!
There's a second plane.
Tear down this wall.
And I think the hardest part of that is like trying to differentiate like what would you do as a player versus what would you do as a character?
Yeah.
Because like as a player, yeah, we should have gotten out of there. But like in the moment in our characters, like
Well, that's the thing. I always kind of try
Can
to
we
play
really
as,
get out?
like, as the characters. Like, oh, things will work out, either pros or cons. Just roll with it and just try to continue with it and just try to be limber with it, you
Yeah.
know? So if something
I
bad's
mean,
going to happen.
and that
just
was
kinda-
also all out of my ass to be like, sweet. So the mermaids succeeded on the roll hard enough they can go wherever they want. I guess I'm gonna figure it out when they get there.
Dude, you do so much improv as a GM. It's kind of making me a little nervous for like my first Fantasy Age session to
I
actually
would
start it for our
not
next
recommend GMing the way I GM. It can be stressful.
campaign. It sounds so stressful.
Next, I
next
literally
arc.
just like I try to plan how sessions are going to go. At least as far as like, I mean, the big things I always try to have is if you're gonna get into a fight, to have the stat sheets or an idea of a creature sheet that I want to use out of the book in my head of like, all right, if it happens and I don't have the stat sheet written from like homebrewing it, there's something close enough I'll figure out.
Gotcha.
Versus, and yeah, other than that, like having the creatures, if there's going to be battle, and then I guess the setting, just like where you're at, where you're going to go, and very loose. But I try not to waste my own time by writing down like, okay, so now you're going to go from the temple to the library, and then you're going to, from the library, find this clue, which will lead you here. Like, no, you're never going to do that. That was evident from the first 2 episodes.
Yeah.
because Ben knows we'll find a brothel instead of the library,
The freaking brothel next to the library still gets me.
which
I don't
became
know if
the
it's
main
just me.
base for planning.
No, it's definitely not just you, because every time I hear it, it's like it does not make sense.
Yep.
At all. It never does. It's never anywhere like you go today, like you go down to a library in your town or city, if you allow these types of buildings with these types of people performing certain activities. You don't see this type of scenery ever together. You don't see them
Yep.
next to each other.
And
So-
I mean,
Las
that's-
Vegas.
Yeah. I don't think there's a library in Las Vegas. At least not on the strip.
You got to read the posters. No,
This is the Playboy Library.
How'd you like us finding Baron and then deciding not to interact with him?
That was so funny. That was also probably a favorite part of mine. Was being like, there's a lava dwarf. And like, from doing that Thirds Age thing where like all the commenters like never heard of like a lava dwarf. I was like, holy shit, this is cool. I came up with something original. And then that even made it funnier to me to be like, they had zero interest in this.
Like, holy crap, look at this mystical dwarf none of us have ever seen or heard of before.
That's
Yeah,
what you
he's
call
sketchy.
a
Let's
sketchy
keep going.
person.
You know,
people.
it was so crazy as me and Ben were actually working on that character. It's like, dude, you're a fucking lava dwarf. Your beard lights up and has got this glow and everything like that. I'm like, okay, Ben's going to throw me in. I'm going to be super badass. I told him I kind of want to be like in a gladiator type fight, kind of like underneath type shit. And it made me a drunk on a bench. It was like, oh shit.
I mean, with your backstory
Oh,
with
well.
Baron being like he's a runaway that's
absolutely.
shunned from his clan,
drinking
like,
away his problems.
yeah,
shit.
and
it
your
made perfect
mentor
sense.
died for you essentially. Like, who wouldn't be a freaking drunk trying to just get their ass kicked? Like,
As soon as you guys came in and avoided that, as a player, I was like, I was so prepared to like hang out with you guys and talk, and you guys like did a left turn. I went, oh. I was sitting here trying so hard to like hold back my laughter because it was so funny because I never experienced that of all this time playing these games with you guys. Like I never even like thought of that would happen.
This is why when Ben wants us to get into it right away, he just like, the three of you are together and you have no option.
yeah. There's definitely times where I'm just like, okay, well, you guys are now together. So now what are you doing? 'Cause how much you guys like to split up to do shit is insane to me. Like instantaneous, no second thoughts, no questions, just always like, well, we're going this way. Yeah, I'm going to go this way. Okay. Cool.
Why
Really
would we
testing
stick
the
together?
boundaries of how you do things. You know? We're trying to see if you can do three things at once.
Yeah,
not
see,
just
that's why I've gotten better at just making the settings. I mean, the whole festival, we just did. I'm like, cool, well, I'm going to set up all of these places so that way when they inevitably split up to go do shit, they at least have, like, locations that they're going to go to that I know what's going to happen.
Not only that, but don't we just split and go off even further and not even go to the other games or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, the other games that you guys could have done, the arm wrestling, there was barrel running, which I don't think I even described, but I had it written in my notes.
Damn.
Ooh, arm wrestling.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Because my character has what?
Well,
You're talking
brawling.
about a
Yeah.
dragon with zero strength. I wasn't going to arm wrestling.
well, the thing is, you don't arm wrestle in the campaign. You actually have to arm wrestle the GM for it.
Never mind.
I could have beat Ben.
Probably.
Bernard should have done a barrel.
That would
The
have been
barrel running, yeah. That would have been fun.
Okay, can we go do the barrel running now?
Side quest.
Side quest. We're gonna go play all the games.
How do I zoom out on the map and go back to Esscan and complete the...
There's no fast travel. Yeah, once you left Esscan, and then there was just like a fog wall that showed up in the gate, so you can't go back to that area.
We'll start running and just hit a wall and you just run in place. For
Yep. If you try hard enough, like to climb the wall, you get shot by archers.
Yep.
Ooh, that's gonna be rough.
Random lightning strike.
Yeah, the whole lightning stuff with Broden and all that,
That was pretty cool.
which connects back to like the fighting ring. That was crazy. So I knew in the fighting ring, the Power Twins and Havela's Heroes were just throwaways. That was just being like, here's some combat, roll some dice, figure out your character talents and stuff a little bit, use spells, and figure it out a little bit against people that literally can't like kill you. The wall was supposed to knock your asses out.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh.
And when you guys beat the wall, I was like, all right, well, I guess here comes the real punch. Like, here's the Thunder Elemental. Like, this thing is ethereal. You cannot hit it unless you have magical weapons, which none of you had. So I
Yes.
thought.
Yet.
Morgana pulled a magical weapon
Yeah,
right
that-
out of
that-
his ass.
That was definitely one of those fights. Like, you guys beat my ass. Like, you beat the GM. Just wholehandedly. I was like, all right, at least like we'll have this big guy. He's like a giant stat block that's reduced a little bit. Like he's gonna be tough. And if that happens, then there's this elemental that they can't hit that is gonna take them out. Like, nope, didn't happen. Like, all right, well, Broden has this figure with him. I guess we're just gonna cop out that.
And are you talking about the fight with Bolton?
No, not at all. This was
Yeah,
actually
that's
the
the
underground
fighting
fight.
ring.
Yeah. The
Oh,
underground
okay.
fight.
Yeah, I think it's the 3rd episode.
Yeah, no, that was great.
The fire breather and the shadow gnome. The whole shadow gnome thing.
You know, Emily, for our listeners, what's the whole thing with your character? How come you haven't used any death magic yet?
Wow, spoilers.
That's
Aw.
Oh.
Well,
Not really, though.
thank you for listening.
We
Well, I
discussed
feel like-
that she uses death magic at some point.
yeah. As like a character, I feel like she's just so. I mean, that death magic is why she was banned from her hometown of Arrows.
What spells do you have from death magic? I've never even looked at your character sheet.
And she was gonna use them a couple times, but they really didn't make sense in any of the battles that we had.
Yeah, I figure it would take getting pushed to like an extreme limit at this point.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be like.
Everyone's dead and you're the
Because
last
they're
one.
pretty powerful from what I mean, like, the higher level ones are insane.
Yeah.
The
All she
expert
has
level
right
ones are
now is
crazy.
to speak with the dead,
Whoa.
That's
pretty
cool.
which we haven't really had any dead that we've needed to.
Well, we
Whoa,
might-
dude, there were
speak to
so
yet.
many. What are you talking about?
But we've been able to get information from other people. We haven't really needed to use the dead to get our information.
Oh, that is actually.
Or
all
we
I'm-
leave the battle so fast.
Wait.
I'm
What's-
actually going to butt in here because
Wait.
the only person in our group who actually gathers information is Argon. He's the
so
guy who
true.
actually goes around asking for information. We're just,
Wait,
what's that over there?
can you talk to my
And then
dead
my
god,
other one
Gimme.
is to draw
See, talk
upon
to Yumi.
death,
Yeah, draw upon death. I was gonna say if you had that one, that one
which
would be
you
a
have
cool
to
one
be
too.
within 6 yards of a bunch of
What does that-
enemies.
what does that do? No, wait. I'm just kidding. Leave that. So,
No spoilers.
listeners got something to.
I was gonna read you guys death curse
Oh, please,
Ooh,
please,
yeah.
please! I want to know
because
that.
this shit is nuts.
Because
All right, so this is a master death arcana. The target number is 21, and it costs 20 MP.
dude,
You invoke a deadly curse upon your enemies. Choose either a single target or a 5-yard radius area within 50 yards of you. If you target a single enemy, they suffer 2d6 plus willpower penetrating damage immediately, and 1d6 plus willpower penetrating damage at the start of each of their turns. Additionally, they cannot regain health by any means while the spell lasts. If the target makes a successful Constitution stamina test versus your spell power, they suffer only 1d6 penetrating damage per turn and can regain health as usual. If you target an area, any living creature that enters or starts its turn in the area takes 2d6 plus willpower penetrating damage. If the creature makes a successful con stamina test, they suffer only 1d6. The death curse lasts for a number of rounds equal to your willpower, but for 10 MP, you could extend its duration for one additional round at the start of your turn as a free action.
as a free
Oh
action,
my gosh. That's so OP.
So you can literally sit there and just curse somebody to take, I mean, at master level, which is what
Three
level?
skills.
I think it's 16. Or no, it's just a talent. Yeah, you can do that. You can get to master real fast.
So I'd only have to take it twice.
Yeah. But you also would have to hit the target number of 21.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
that'll be the hard part.
But yeah, 2d6 plus
man.
willpower
But I mean,
every turn.
my fire magic, every roll I have is +8.
Oh,
Jesus,
Yeah,
that's the
that
cast.
shit's crazy.
So if you were to choose elementalist or something and start to focus in death, it could real quick get that 21.
Oh, yeah.
That's how I get 20s and 23s all the time.
That's crazy.
Damn.
Because you boosted your intelligence up to 5.
My intelligence is 5. I have fire arcana as a specialty.
Yeah, I think that's the difference. Because it seems like when you read the book that mages are underpowered because they don't get as many like talents and shit. But because you can do that,
You can always hit.
Then
you
You
can
can
just
stack.
spell cast. And the fact that there's the push the spell mechanic,
Can you go into that a little bit?
the pushing the spell.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, how you can just use extra MP to just cast any
Mm-hmm.
spell ever. So I mean, even Death Curse, but it's a high cost. How much MP do you have at
38.
level 4? Yeah. So if you, I don't think you can get to a
That's
master
over
rank
half of mine.
until like level 6 at least, even if you just maxed it. So
Almost there.
you would probably have all said and done maybe 50 something So yeah, you could cast Death Curse with a push, especially, but you would use half of your MP.
So when you're making your mage and all your spells and everything, do you have to just meet the requirements? Do you have to take a spell to unlock that spell and actually take that one? Like, how does that actually like work?
So you choose talents based off of the groupings they give you. So like fire, death, cold, water. And you every time you take it, the first time you take, like when I did fire, the first time I took fire, I could choose 2 spells from the entry level. The second time I took fire, I took 1 expert level. And then if I were to take fire again, it would be at master. And you would take 1. You can take 1 of any of the 3, novice, expert, or master, but...
And then I think Elementalist, if you upgrade that specialization, gets you more from your favored.
And then my Elementalist is in fire, so...
Fire Master.
Fire!
Fire.
And then I took cold because I wanted that ice sheet, but...
That you never used.
Yeah. that was insane.
But you did use Icy Grip on Bolton.
I did get to use ice grip.
And on Sandrix.
Oh, yeah.
Icy Grip.
Speaking of Sandrick,
Yeah.
what's
What's his crab encounter?
yeah.
So one time I got crabs.
Yeah, pretty much along those lines. That was me just pulling something out of my ass.
So during this campaign, moving forward, obviously we're not going to say where we're at right now because I don't know when this is coming out for the viewers.
So as far as this will come out at the same time as you guys leaving, or the party, after the party.
Okay.
So
So they still have a little bit.
at this point, just a couple weeks, but
Okay.
yeah.
Couple weeks.
So you're gonna be, you just got sloppily drunk, and yeah. So that
was a great time.
That's the official end of the Esscan arc.
Okay.
Is the party.
Okay. And what we recorded is the new. Sweet.
Which I don't know what that arc is going to be.
Oh. Yes, you do.
The search for Baron.
I kind of know now because of what we just did. I don't want to do any spoilers for the next episode, but because of the failed perception check that we're gonna at least to see, then it definitely changed the direction.
Nice.
It's not going to be as straightforward as it would be.
Okay. Were
But-
we supposed to level up?
Oh,
No.
no, you guys are going to be struggling for levels for
Really?
here on out. This arc is definitely more of like a tutorial-esque arc. Let you guys get comfortable with your characters and figure out what you want to do.
I'd prefer a level like every session.
Yeah. But you see, there's only 20 levels.
Yeah, we'll be maxed out in like 15 episodes.
And being at level 4 is already pretty high as far as the age system goes.
Since I'm pretty low.
Especially because you start with a specialization. Like, that changes everything. Specializations change everything. That's what made Dragon Age so freaking difficult.
Yeah.
You didn't get a specialization till level 6.
Jeez. My gosh.
And you only got upgrades and specializations like every other level after that.
Okay.
So yeah, getting to level 12 in Dragon Age was really impressive. That game is hard. Level 1 in Dragon Age is so scary.
You're just a commoner.
Essentially, yeah.
You just go up and spy on people and end up dying because someone told you to.
Fucking Jimmy, man. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Here we go.
Can't help it.
Keep that for the Patreon.
The Ales of Girthhammer. We don't have a Patreon.
Oh, dang. So sad.
Why would you kill an NPC?
I didn't try to kill him.
And you find, more about
I'm
that
so
later.
salty about that.
Why do you think I tried to kill him? I just wanted him to go.
NPCs are there to be killed.
No, they're Look,
There
man.
is an argument for that.
Look, man. It was like my first time playing the age system. I knew those guys would recognize me. I just sent the dude because they wouldn't recognize him.
Okay.
And he
okay,
died.
Okay.
He turned into a husk.
I
Take
just
this
We
from
say we brought him with us.
take this from a player who actually, has got a little bit more understanding and everything. You don't send NPCs to do your work. You actually have to do it yourselves.
And
I
see,
know
that's
that
where
now.
the difference in players are. Because some people would rather do the work themselves. We could get lucky and they make it back, and we take no
I
damage.
mean, to be fair, he did pass his first stealth check.
he was doing good.
His only stealth check.
His last stealth check.
I don't remember any of this.
Yeah, that was a.
That was great.
It's the same as if you pay attention to some of our characters in the campaign we're playing now. You can tell some of us care about dying and some of us don't.
It's not like I care about dying. It's not like I don't care. It's just I started with the envoy. I wanted to do it, but I couldn't because I want to bounce the party out. All right. And besides, do you guys not, want to play something new or anything like that?
No, but no, it's pretty freaking solid, man.
No, I feel like when I die, it's my time, but, for now, as long as she's still going strong, we're going to keep going.
No, Bernard's really trying to stay on.
That's how I always play too. I took a lot of time to make characters when I want to play them to really make sure I was like, can I deal with this character at level 1 the same as I'm going to deal with it at level 10?
Kind of like Broden.
Josh Brolin, dude.
Different campaign. That's a future campaign.
Yeah, we're not going to give away spoilers of that campaign. That's far in the future.
Yeah.
Or is it in the past?
Spoiler.
We have a real big lack of in this campaign.
What's that?
Good Linkin Park music.
Why'd you say good? It's all good.
It's all good.
Me paying attention, actually, doing this in order.
No, we don't have any Austin Powers reference,
Organization.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, we don't?
which was really heavy in the Ales of Girthhammer.
It's true. Maybe it's just special to the Ales of Girthhammer.
There's
very
definitely
particular.
times that Morg sounds like Austin Powers.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, a little bit.
I think that's enough spoilers about the Ales of Girthhammer, though. So for the listeners, I mean,
But there's so much more. Like, it really didn't spoil anything.
there's no spoilers. We didn't say anything about story, air quotes, story.
That's the
Of
best
that
thing about
campaign.
that campaign. I don't even know if there was a story.
The story is
there
the
was.
Girthhammer.
It's my legacy. Do
It's his legacy.
I've
part
seen
of
a
his
good
kid.
hammer.
you want to touch it?
The viewers want to touch it.
The viewers don't know anything about it.
They will
I
want to
know.
touch it.
Once we can have a Patreon, if you want to hear some real stupid shit, I guess I can't say that. It's not stupid.
It's brilliant.
It's so funny.
It's beautiful.
But it's also really fucked up. We say some really bad things.
Yeah.
That's
You
where
do.
That's where the consent age jokes come from.
Jesus Christ, you guys.
Oh my gosh.
Let alone the origin of Yimmy.
Yes.
Yeah. Jimmy. Oh my god.
Oh my god!
It's Jimmy.
In the fire.
To circle back to what you said earlier, Ben, you said something about mythical weapons. Is that going to be introduced to this campaign?
Well, Bernard already has one.
Dog.
What do you have?
I've got that dagger, bruh.
That dagger.
What?
The backstabber
And-
I
dagger.
want something.
And you have that eye patch.
I don't want an eye patch.
Oh,
That's
weapon.
too bad.
I think you should just put it on.
I'm just going to wrap it around my...
Figure out what it does.
Dude, that'd be fucking cool. Do you become a pirate?
Yar!
surrounded by. Never mind.
I
No, go ahead and say it.
There's nothing stopping you from putting it on but yourself.
Wait,
Old wrinkly.
my character could have put it on this whole time?
Yes.
leathery.
What the hell?
You have an eye
just
patch
have
on your
free
hand.
Rain.
I have perfect vision.
Who cares? You want to be a pirate?
I just have no endurance. For whatever reason.
And
I can
no
drink,
shoe.
I can fight, but I can't run.
Well, what if it
Maybe
gave
it's
you
because
really
you're missing
good-
a shoe.
That is
What it
true.
is. That's what it is.
The freaking missing shoe.
Oh,
The
guys.
missing
Okay,
shoe.
so how did that even come up? I kind of forgot how that, sort of
That
became
was
a thing.
you and Emily.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
It's probably something about when he was praying pantsless.
And that's also the same string of I don't know why. It was literally, I was like, oh, look, here's this guy that has his God. He's very devout to Yimmy. He's praying. And for some reason, you guys just wanted to be like, oh, his pants off. I'm more confused to where his shoes at. All right, cool.
And then he became a pantsless prayer.
What's funny about that too is obviously Emmy and I, or Emily, sorry, not Emmy, damn.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I'm
Are
about
we
to
there?
die.
Are we
I'm
even there
about
yet?
to die. Emily,
Watch out.
when I was asked to join the podcast, I was really struggling to come up with a character. And you guys know me personally from outside the podcast. We all work together. I just love to have fun, really loud, energetic, really hyper. So I really wanted to bring a character to life in that aspect.
In the opposite direction.
But
And I was so
Your character
disappointed
is
in you.
serious, dude.
Yeah, he's
You're
all
exactly.
stern and
That's what I
serious.
wanted to throw at the listeners,
okay.
especially the people that know me. So when I first made this character, I'm like, okay, so far he's like really serious about his objective, and that's to find the red skin man or tomato man that we'll call him. And that's his only objective.
I love it.
The original part was to honestly just say screw the rest of the characters, and he was going to go off on his own. He was literally just going to do like 1 or 2 missions with these guys and then just go off, try to find this guy.
That was definitely the vibe I got.
Yeah.
And there was definitely that part that I was like, I kind of wanted to ask you to be like, I mean, is this like someone you just want to keep for this arc and then come in as somebody else after?
Yeah. And it was
Or-
honestly leaning towards that. But then again, once the campaign started developing more and more and I started to get to know this character, I'm like, you know what? Let's change it up a little bit. Because I'm starting to like his attitude. I'm starting to like how the other characters are starting to embrace Argon for who he is. And they're starting to try to understand his past and try to really like help him out and to cope with his feelings. So I'm like, you know what? Screw it. Let's just try to.
I mean, it is very natural, like
Yeah.
the way that it is happening, that the longer you're with everyone, the more you're opening up and becoming more of a presence,
Absolutely.
except for, Baron.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to disagree here because I try to open my characters up, and no matter what, you guys fucking hate them.
You were trying to open up your cheeks.
Both of no, absolutely not. So I came up with a character for Baron. I try to make him so he stays with you guys. You guys didn't like him, and I try to get my new character to stay with you guys, and you guys still don't like him.
I just
Okay.
don't know if you don't understand what you're doing while you're doing it.
I probably don't.
I think you're having too many drinks.
Abrasive a little bit, but I'm trying to be fun.
Like with Baron, that made a lot of sense. It was perfect with Baron to be like, he's an underground fighter. He's had a real shitty time recently in his life. Yeah, he's real gruff around the edges and doesn't want to deal with anyone. With Cornelius, I was completely just like, why is he a little asshole?
I wasn't trying to make him a little asshole. It was kind of hard to kind of transition so quickly. I didn't give myself a little time to prep, and then all of a sudden I was like, I wanted being spontaneous and like, ooh, like a kid, just like, oh, what's that? Oh, what's that? And he turned out to be a little douche.
I was ready for Cornelius to come and I could be his little father figure or
Yeah, and
grandfather
as soon as
figure.
it starts to go in that
And then you
direction,
start
throw me
insulting
down.
us.
I did not.
then the little,
Only a
I
little bit.
think you need to listen to that last episode
no,
again
I was
because
there.
you insulted
Yeah.
us the entire time.
You're going to hear the 14th episode and understand what we're talking about.
but yeah, the little twerp then started being a dick, and I thought, I don't really like this guy.
Yeah, it's
That's
just-
why I threw you.
and being like a little crybaby too.
I totally forgot about that part. I was kind of trying to do like a fake cry, and
I am trying to figure him out though.
I think it's all going to play out. And
It
then
is.
all said and done, I think your backstory is the only one that's not like tragic.
Well, other than like maybe a little bit of father issues, but that's probably it.
I mean, it's just
and
daddy
you have a
issues.
father right here.
It's run of the mill daddy issue.
Just leaving the house is an issue.
It's not my family was slaughtered or my son's a disappointment and I'm an assassin that's done some terrible things or my parents disowned me and I was kicked out of my clan. Like the fact that you guys picked all such tragic things and then Baron with the whole my mentor was killed for me and saved my life, like yeah, everyone picking super tragic. I did not I was like, cool, here's the world. Where you want to come from? What do you want to be? And you're all just like, I just want to be broken.
Because we are actually broken inside.
Like, okay.
Do you understand the place we work?
This is to vent.
Oh man, that's great.
But it worked out because I'm like, well, I guess I can have some seriousness, which is fun for me. Being able to actually have some sort of story that's happening.
All right, I'm going to make a new character next session.
I can't handle another one.
Joey changes characters
Every single campaign.
As much as Cornelius changes outfits.
I got so many outfits.
Oh, you know what you could do?
What's up?
Every outfit Cornelius has can be a new, personality.
I mean, you're an envoy, so that's kind of the whole
You
bag.
guys are kind of sneaking into stuff I haven't released yet. But yes. Essentially, yes. In the future, yeah.
Oh, so we just have to throw away his little tick costume.
Yeah, what's
He won't be an asshole anymore.
His salesman costume.
No, dude, these are all like hardcore black leathers.
We'll just get you a red robe and a gold Speedo.
That's
Yes.
Leave that with you.
Yes.
he just puts on a fashion show. Different characters.
Look it.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Is there anything, and you guys are looking forward to for like the next roundtable? Like, is there anything you guys like are looking forward to talk to for like the next session?
The next arc.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know what the hell you guys' our goals are anymore at this point. I know that just Morgana wants to go to the university, which I
want a
have
weapon.
plans for. Argon's still
Mythical
hunting
weapon.
his red-skinned man, but
That too.
hanging out with everyone.
Maybe not get a hangover.
Bernard's kind of been given a quest to save more drain.
You know, they're casual.
And then, yeah, Cornelius, I have no idea what your goals are.
No one knows.
Actually, I thought we talked about this. All right, never mind.
I mean, I somewhat do, but there's like no actual like. For me, there's no implications from it, which is fine. Personal goals are personal goals.
Maybe it might come up later at a certain date, but as of right now, I don't think there's anything I can do to.
Yeah, I think it is definitely one of those later.
Yeah.
It's more of a situational. You have to be in the right location.
I do want to say, from the bottom of Bernard's heart, thank you for letting him kill Bolton.
I didn't let you do shit. The dice let that happen.
Either way, worked out great.
It worked out perfectly. Too.
Yes.
When you guys got him there and he was passed out, I made him underpowered. That is one regret I have, is that fight could have been so much more epic and way more difficult. And it would have been if I had rolled better.
I really enjoyed fighting another gnome.
Yeah, that was
That was
definitely
pretty
off the
badass.
That was pretty cool.
That did work out to be cool. But I had everything on Bolton's stat sheet. I had it where the ship was actually going to come alive.
Oh,
And there was going to be shit that would happen like every round.
Is that why we had all those like ship stats and
Yep, that's why there was like ship stunts and yeah. I just needed to, it was a 6 stump point cost for him to have that happen because it would have made it so much harder. And it's definitely one of those things with the system where it's just like, that's kind of the way to give the option for things to be easier or more difficult when there's no other way of like doing it besides just a straightforward like for no reason the ship's just alive. Versus like he got 6 stump points and like this eye patch starts to glow and he puts his hand onto the deck and then these black tendrils come up from the sides. But it would have been cool. But you guys, I think you still had a decent time with that fight.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, Baron went down, Argon went down. I think
that one was pretty tough.
the only thing about that was that Morgana didn't take a single hit.
I was like, I don't think I lost any health points that fight. But I was also just running around healing people. I also don't think I dealt much
Yeah.
damage. Other than
You
maybe
did
like
the most
one.
important thing of that fight.
Yeah.
Is the crushing blow to Bolton, where you reduced his armor permanently.
Thank
oh,
you.
That's also what made that easier.
That's true.
So we literally won because of you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
That's what my character
Like
is
I
there
said,
for.
Morgana definitely has like made everything happen.
Yeah, she's been the tank
She's been the everything.
pretty much this entire campaign.
You're welcome.
The mage breaks everything.
I just ran out of breath.
That's it. My next character in the town over is going to be a mage.
I don't think you can change characters anymore.
Oh,
Unless
You're capped.
Unless Cornelius dies.
oh, got it.
We can arrange that.
No.
Give me a conch shell. Drown him.
Freaking
Waterborne.
You know, we could just.
Leave? No.
Leave
I'm not
That's,
gonna
no,
lie.
that's next one. Next one.
I thought
That's
about
not-
that.
That's not.
Just leaving him.
Yes.
You know, that's why I stopped and just did the.
Well, that sucks. Anyway,
I mean,
Okay.
it is funny. It's like this guy that just comes in and then just like he's just part of the heroes for no reason besides the fact that he was found by Argon, or he just happened to meet Argon first.
Wait, did he?
Yes.
We did?
Yeah,
Yes.
at the gate.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Sorry, I have a horrible memory. That, and we drink a lot, too.
We do start drinking at 7:30 in the
Dude,
morning.
yeah, drinking at like 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that session, that last episode is gonna be a lot of editing.
Sorry.
There's gonna be a lot of cutting out in that one. Our first 20 minutes of that is pretty rough.
That one was. Just start. Just start it like 30 minutes
we'll
in.
just start at the 30-minute mark.
And go.
it's gonna be Ben behind closed doors trying to voice all of us to make it make sense.
And I'm gonna go down to see the Night Commander.
So if that episode sounds funny, you know why.
Now we know. Oh,
Let's see what else is there. I mean, the whole trials of Abel.
that was pretty intense.
The one thing that makes me sad about Barn being gone, and then you guys also just leaving Dexter behind.
Yeah.
The whole cat thing, I think that was going to be really fun. To have
Oh,
to
we left
deal
the
with
cats.
that.
We left
We
one
have
cat.
Theodore,
We kept
Which one's
the-
that one?
The one that actually
the
meows.
fluffy black one.
Which one did we take?
The fluffy
Theodore.
black one.
The psychotic one that
No.
just
No,
stares at
nope.
you?
The fluffy black one. You guys
Dexter
took
is
Theodore.
the-
Why do you have to
Egyptian
emphasize
cat.
on black?
Because that's what type of cat he is.
Yeah, Dexter is the Sphinx cat. So the hairless cat.
The one that just stares at
stared
you.
at you. We left
There it is.
I just thought it'd be kind of funny.
That's
I mean,
'cause-
hell, when I was building him, I was like, man, what can he have? And I looked at the stuff he can have. I'm like, oh shit, cats are free.
Except we just have them in cages.
Well, yeah, because I don't have like Baron didn't have anything for like animal handling or anything like that. So I'm like, you know what? I'll just feed them, keep the cats inside. That's probably what Theodore's so fat.
It's okay. I got him armor. He's a part of our team now.
That's right.
He
has the
lost
seahorse
weight.
armor.
He lost weight and everything like that. And I'm glad he's with us.
That's because Dexter, we left him behind because he still stays in our memory, even though we want to get rid of him.
This is going to be great
We're
down
gonna
the
turn
line.
around one day and Dexter's gonna be sitting there.
Oh yeah, you guys. It's going to be
Still
long
staring.
enough. Episode like 55. You guys have forgotten about it completely, and it has an implication.
You guys wake up.
You left me.
Oh, just like a pile of bodies around him. What the fuck?
Get a seagull. Escan has been overrun by cats.
Oh shit.
What about, I guess my question is, moving forward with the new campaign that we're about to do, or the new arc, are we allowed to have like pets?
We have 3.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a halfling now.
I mean, you
Not
guys
so
are allowed
much.
to have whatever. I mean, freaking Bernard has. I mean, is that
mushroom?
a spoiler? I guess technically it's a spoiler, but only a small-ish one. That Bernard now has a pony for no reason.
Who knows for how long?
I gotta find a name for it.
But yeah, there's the cat, and then Sandrix isn't really a pet. He kind of is, but he's also my excuse to have a DMPC in the group that doesn't affect combat.
Is he gonna have any effect during the campaign?
Maybe.
Like as far as like 80?
You never know.
You never know.
Sandrix? I
Yeah.
feel like he already kind of does. Whenever we're going the wrong way, he's like, "Are you sure you want to
Yeah,
do that?"
yeah, I'm
We're
getting
like,
Yeah,
yeah,
he's more
you're
just
right."
the voice of the
GM.
of me being able to be like, "Are you guys sure you want to do that?"
Are you gonna throw in the sound effects from now on?
For what?
Sandra?
What sound effects?
That is sound.
Remember how you did the sound effect for him?
Well,
the
first
voice?
Well, that's when he was big.
Yeah,
That's
voice.
because he was big.
Oh,
That's why I just like do the deep voice. Like,
Gotcha.
Just the kind of bro dude.
is he gonna I guess mature over time? The
Yep.
longer we keep him.
I mean, it's gonna take a while. So when he was at the big point, that was him at like 300 plus years.
Oh damn!
So
And
it's,
if he gets too big, we can just kill him again, and then he'll be little.
oh my god,
Well, he regenerates.
You're gonna use your dark magic. That's funny.
He'll just come back as a little itty bitty dragon again. That's how we'll keep him small forever.
So you guys are the assholes. It's not me.
I have never hurt Sandrix.
No, because you were swimming the entire time.
We are good friends.
because you kill seagulls.
And you're like the VIP member for the brothel.
Yeah,
Your picture's on the wall for
I
member of the month
I don't think
You're
that's
in the
true,
picture
actually.
with Destiny.
with a pop-up.
The friggin' pop-ups.
Oh my
Someone
god.
almost took my
All
eye.
right, so back to the first episode when you guys went to the library. What made you even think of that?
I don't know.
Yeah, the manga pop-ups.
Yeah, because I'm like, oh,
I was just thinking, what's the dumbest thing I could find in a library?
dude, manga is fucking pretty cool. It's not hentai, dude. It's fucking manga. All
It
right.
could be a hentai.
Is there a different?
I don't know these things.
You're a damn liar. Yes, you
I
do.
really don't.
Everybody knows it. Here, let me show
So
you. No, I'm kidding.
hentai is the anime porn. Manga is the actual comic books.
Yeah.
Where it's literally just like
Comic book.
the shows that anime is made off of is usually always a manga first.
Oh, really?
So they're just graphic novels.
Very graphic.
Oh,
Some of them are pretty graphic.
Some of them are pretty graphic. I mean, some anime is pretty
There's a lot
graphic.
of pop-ups.
Goblin Slayer.
fucking love Goblin Slayer.
so the
dude.
manga one is the less.
Is
bad.
the normal version.
Oh, I
Yeah.
totally
We read
thought it
from
was
brains
like
alone.
tentacle porn.
I mean, there's probably some mangas that just have that because
Yeah.
It sells.
It sells.
It sells.
it
Yeah.
does sell.
It does sell.
But no, I just thought, what's something in here that could be interactive?
It was still funny.
Yeah.
It still worked.
Did you bring one of those books?
You have
As
a pop-up?
Bernard?
It's in his backpack. What's this? Ah, my eye. Good.
Is there
Good stuff.
anything that you guys wished that you had done that you didn't?
Took some. I wish I smacked Sandrix at least once.
To be honest, maybe be a little more personal with Baron to actually see if he actually will build a relationship with the group or not.
I felt we were building a relationship with Baron.
I did.
It
I started to love
getting
that
there.
little dwarf.
I don't know, man.
You guys were a party.
Hey, you hear about that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very sure.
There was a lot of camaraderie. The Trials of Abella brought you guys together really well.
I think I was getting mixed signals.
I felt like you went off and did stuff on your own a lot more than like we would stick together. But
Yeah.
Agreed.
I mean,
I felt that we were very.
I was more attached
Together.
to Baron than Mr. Kasiki Man over here.
Yeah, I felt
He
I was
throws
more
me.
skeptical of him.
Why me?
Because you throw
Because
me.
of the shoe.
Do you
It
take your
was
pants
been
off every
spraying.
chance you get?
the praying.
Pray.
And you're all, are you with them? You disturbed my slumber. And she's all, dude, I'm in bed.
I was just trying to go back to sleep.
Are you part of the eel clan over here? The undead?
Freaking moray eels. The freaking wall fight.
That was good. That was a good fight.
The soft spot being the taint.
That was funny. That was funny. Dude. Okay, so that wall fight when we were actually on the wall, I did not know we were in such a dire situation with the wall actually starting to crumble until you started to talk about that last. Oh yeah, the wall's starting to come down. The first ballista, it's gone. It was like, oh
Yeah.
shit. Well,
I mean, that was definitely like a point of no return moment.
yeah.
That's what Bernard thought. I thought, okay, we're either dying or I'm leaving these people.
I thought it was funny how like we could not decide as a group if we wanted to retreat, jump off the wall, rappel down the wall, go down the stairs. We just stood there.
Oh no, you guys did
Well, and-
decide as a group to stay there.
Coming
Bernard
from
said no.
Morgana, I had like 2 health left. So if I were to jump,
Yeah, you just
That would have been
sploot.
all of my health to just die.
Sploot.
So it was like, I'm either staying here, going down with the wall, or I'm going to jump and just die on the way down.
And that was still insane to me. I thought you guys were
Gonna die.
At least 3 of you were gonna die. Because I'm pretty sure Bernard probably would have been okay. Because you didn't take like any damage, and it would have been an acrobatics that you probably would have passed and taken only like half damage.
Yeah.
So you probably would have been okay.
Seen all my fallen brethren, dead Morgana.
Yeah, you just land there's these dead bodies around you.
Then Travis comes, hey, we killed all of what happened? Oh.
Oh.
You killed them.
Yeah, that would have been a twist.
Yeah. Then I just end up in jail.
Yeah, I don't know what we would have done at that point. That was definitely one of those like, oh my god, the dice just saved this campaign.
By one.
By one.
By one.
That is insane. I thought it was really cool, the mechanics of like the ballistas. How we had to roll, where we were.
Yeah, that was
pretty cool.
all off the top of my head as it happened.
Really?
Well,
Dude, we got
Yeah.
so lucky with that.
No, that's actually how it works. I'm ballista certified.
Especially just getting lucky with, like, we had 2 people who were good at aiming and 2 people who had the strength to fire it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it just, the fact that driving is strength is kind of a neat thing. Mm-hmm. It did work out. But yeah, that's... I think I could count on, like, probably one hand all the things that I actually wrote down and planned to happen in the campaign over these past 15 episodes. That's how little has actually been, like, planned.
Wow.
Besides, like, stat sheets for, like, creatures.
What were you going to do with the lighthouse?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like you had some elaborate thing for the lighthouse, and then we ended up
did.
just like, no, screw the lighthouse, let's just go to a wall.
Oh, since we're asking questions, dude, what was in the safe at the brothel, dude?
Yeah! Okay, brothel safe.
Brothel safe. Brothel safe.
Yeah, the important stuff.
It was Destiny in the back the whole time with a partner.
I didn't have a huge like thing for that. That probably was just going to be gold.
It's
just
open safe.
I was probably just going to roll for gold and maybe put something silly in there, like a thong or something. That's just like
Dude, that's your new sling.
the edible underwear.
the edible underwear. It probably would have been something crazy, like stupid like that.
Oh, man.
That's fun.
But the lighthouse.
Yeah.
So that whole thing.
Story time?
I mean, that came about. I knew that wasn't going to happen with the whole Broden thing happening. When you guys did the fight ring, I was like, all right, well, the lighthouse is just kind of scrapped. Unfortunately, because that was going to be pretty much the dungeon that the Trials of Habella became. So it was going to be, you guys were going to hear from guards, figure out that Balton was going to return. The attack wasn't going to happen that night. I sped that up because I was like, all right, we just got to have some big hook happen here. So, the story can just start for the whole campaign. But it was definitely going to be you guys slowly figure out, like, okay, there's infiltration, there's undead stuff happening, things that you still haven't found out of are happening. And then, you would end up being able to... Broden would come into it because he technically had like the path to the lighthouse that would take you under the water. And then you would go to the lighthouse, do like this whole dungeon crawl thing to get to the Death Barnacle, like hidden in a cove with all these pirates and shit. And that's where you would have to deal with Balton for like the first time and then figure out how to get into land. But that's what I had in mind. But I'm glad the way it turned out. I feel like it worked out a lot better to just have absolute chaos.
Oh, man. Since we're talking about chaos, is that old man still alive? Out in the streets fighting?
The war?
Yeah.
Time for war!
Is it time? Like, that whole guy.
I actually forgot to like bring him into the whole party scene thing. He should have been there.
stabbing people.
Oh, he should have been one of the guys in the trident throwing. There's definitely some things that like we started off with and then
Never got
forgot
back
about
yeah.
or didn't circle back around to. And I mean, that's mostly because I destroyed the city. But I mean, let's see, the veteran stuff, all of the veteran stuff. But I think that's probably going to come back full circle at some point. Once we get into a new town, I think Bernard's going to go ham about, is there anyone with veteran hats?
So with the whole thing with the two moons and also Veterans Day, they don't quite correlate. So Veterans Day is actually a day before the two moons.
So the whole moons thing, so it's not like eclipses that we have where it's like, it's not a total eclipse yet. So they're just like kind of
just started.
centered and they're just like touching tips.
My favorite.
Yeah. But they're just starting to like cross each other's paths. And as time goes on, like over the course of a year, they will continue to move up each other. And then it will be a full eclipse at some point.
Oh, okay.
The full black hole.
Is that when Ragnarok is going to happen?
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a whole lot that you guys haven't even delved into because of how little you wanted to investigate anything. Like, all the seeds were there. You just didn't investigate. And that's why I had, like, those 2 perception checks. And the, after you fought Balton, the first one was to see where the eye patch went. And I actually rolled for that, to who was going to get the eye patch if you guys failed that. It was random.
Ooh.
And then obviously the failed perception for Finsk. And I cut it from the episode because I remember I told you guys that I rolled 2 5s and a 6 for him on his stealth, and he had like a +6 to his stealth on top of that because he's a rogue. So there was just no way.
I do have one regret. The very first episode when you were doing Finsk and Dorm, I didn't realize you already voiced Dorm. And then when I re-listened to it, I'm like, oh, I jumped in after he already talked for Dorm. But whatever. It worked.
I left it because your voice for Dorm was so much better. And having you just jump in to be him was awesome. It worked out.
You know what's funny is after the big battle, and we ended up at the hotel once the King's Knights came back into the city?
Yeah, I mean, just like had a little time jump.
And then how Argon, he overheard the conversation of the Redskin man, and he demanded answers. And when he slammed his fist, you literally
Put in the hotel ding.
fucking bell.
I told you I was going to.
Yeah, it caught me off guard. You know?
Yeah, I was like, oh, you sack. You really did that.
And I mean, I cut it from the point of, you know, I cut the whole you saying, I'm going to slam the table. Can you put in a sound effect? I'm like,
Yeah.
well, yeah, obviously. And then when we joked about, like, well, you're at the front desk.
You're at the
What are you
front
doing over there?
We're over here on the sofa relaxing in the fucking lobby, dude. Why are you over there at the fucking desk? Just come over here.
But that was just, that caught me off guard when I was listening to it. It was just so funny. I absolutely love it. And I think things like that too is definitely a game changer as far as like these role-playing games on any podcast or any type of platform, is that ours is just so unique because we do a lot of improv stuff. Like, yeah, we have a main objective, but a lot of it is you leave it up to the character. You give us an environment, you give us an objective, and then
Don't
it's
do
up to
it.
us.
We just don't do it.
Yeah, we just
And
don't
then we
listen to
pick
you.
our own objective.
And so it's pretty much, I give you guys a pick your own adventure book. And you say, oh, that's so neat. And then you throw it away and grab another one.
Yep.
And expect me to just know what's in that book.
But I
Which
just
is
think
fun.
it's really cool how you do give us that free range.
Well, that's the whole point to me. Is like, it's if I wanted you guys to be railroaded to a story, we'd play a module.
yeah.
I wouldn't bother homebrewing.
Yeah.
Like, there's no point. Like, and I'm not going to sit there and like create a whole world that I'm just like, I really love this world that, and you know, you guys have to go see this, you have to go do this, like, because it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And if I force you guys to do that, you're probably not going to have fun.
Right.
Unless you put it like the brothel being a secret passage to whatever you want us to do, because you know they'll find the brothel.
See,
and then there you go.
things like that are probably going to happen a little bit more, where you're going to be like, yeah, we're going to go to this stupid place. I'm like, neat. Well, now Jerry, the little salesman, has a bad secret you're going to find out.
A dirty secret.
He's got a green wagon.
Ooh.
Oh, God, the wagons. I was definitely more worried about the flying cat thing being the thing, but
Wait, what? Flying cat?
yeah.
You're gonna throw the cat?
No, because Sandrix flies Theodore around is kind of what happens.
Oh, God. I thought one of you guys were carrying him. This whole time.
And then the throwing. Argon throwing everyone.
Dude,
I freaking love that
this is
about
my
the character.
It's my first time playing a small character and I get thrown instantly.
Was that in no, that's not gonna be in the episode that we can talk about.
Oh, don't say it. Don't say it.
I know.
No, don't say it. Oh yeah, definitely throwing.
Spoilers.
I think that's really fun. And again, that's another thing that's like really cool is like we will make suggestions and you're like, yeah, go ahead and roll for it.
Well, I mean, the whole way that I started everything out was by telling you guys, like, I got a map, I got an idea for a story. You guys make up the world as you play it.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to go find, I'm probably not going to say no to. And I feel like I've done a decent job of not saying no to anything that you want to go find.
Agreed.
Like the brothel. Or having an apothecary. And then that worked out to having, well, that's also in the next episode too.
Oh, don't say it. Nope.
So
Already
many
have a spoiler. Don't say it. Oh man,
So yeah,
this is good.
it's the end of Esscan. I'm so excited for you guys to actually get out into the world.
Yeah, me too. It's gonna be really fun.
gonna be
Where are we
interesting.
heading, by the way?
So you're going to Azora. So as far as
Damn.
jeez, as far as that goes, I mean, Azora is, it's the center of Mordrain. It's like the biggest trade hub as far as like cart travel, and it borders the Great Wood. So you guys are going to get introduced once you get there to things like the Mahodrog trees and the magic that surrounds the forest, more wood elves,
Oh, freaking wood elves.
Hey,
the Russian wood elves.
Just kidding. I like them. They're comrades.
And the university. I already have that pretty planned out. That's gonna be interesting once you guys get there.
If
If we get there.
I'm
if all of us get there,
pretty sure you will. There's probably gonna be some sidetracky things.
I don't know. We might cut through the long grass since we're already being attacked and go to the lake.
Spoilers.
Oh,
way to
yeah.
go.
You
It's
can
okay.
cut that out.
Spoilers are good. But yeah, and the whole the grass thing. Like if you guys wanted to travel through the grass, you definitely could. But there's
And
a couple problems.
Is it really a spoiler that Ben attacks us with something?
I think that's fair.
But it's how he
Yeah,
attacks.
it's
Yeah.
how. and
Plus,
then,
we
of
don't
course-
talk about it.
Yeah,
It's like Fight Club.
Just know there's carrots.
and a pony
And grass.
and grass.
Oh my gosh, that's
Grass
probably,
ticklers.
That's probably the name of that episode.
The grass.
Carrots, ponies, and grass.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
no cast,
Und this is
grass,
how
or
we name our
ass.
episodes.
It kind of is, yeah. I come up with the episodes or the names to be either kind of serious for more like epic things. I think Turning the Tides was a good one. That was one
that
where you
was-
actually said, "Oh, that's the episode title in the episode." Like, actually, that's a really good one.
I got a question for the players. Do you think we're ever going to come up with a name for our group, or are we just going to keep just
That
not
was a
doing
question I had also.
You know, I think if Baron
Wait, what
was
do you
still
mean?
here, we'd find a name by now.
it? Fuck you,
Yeah,
dude.
now that you changed the character, like, finding
to
a
start
party name
over.
is hard.
Oh, you're talking about for the campaign
Now
Well,
it's
like
now
for
it's
your
gonna be
group.
like
in the campaign.
It wasn't my essential thought because in my head it's like, okay, now we have two warriors.
The Fellowship of the Ring
No, none of that at all.
and a halfling.
and halfling.
Yeah, I don't
Teenage
know.
Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Just like now having two
And a rat.
warriors, it's just like that's too much. Front lines. We need something that's kind of like a mix because then
Yeah, it's hard to say what your guys' group name could be. Like,
You know what?
it's
would
not
be-
something I'm gonna pick.
You know,
guys
what'd
are
be
gonna
really
have to
really cool
figure it
though
out.
to have is obviously like us personally as a group come up with a group name, but as characters we don't hear about it until the people of Esscan start chanting our names, and then it starts spreading out throughout.
I mean, you
Dude,
guys,
everyone you know is
countryside.
gone, dude. What are you talking
you
about?
guys
Everyone?
didn't make a name for yourselves in
No.
Esscan. You're
We-
just
we-
the
Right, but
heroes.
people will give us names.
No, they won't.
No, you guys are just the
Well,
heroes.
fuck you.
You're just the heroes of Esscan at this point.
I can vouch. I've saved Esscan before, and no one really cares. They just call me Bernard.
Just kill pigeons.
Actually, they did give you a name. The Shadow Gnome.
Yeah, the
No.
Shadow Gnome has bigger implications than just that. Though.
That is a title, okay? I earned that shit. The fact that people found that out confuses me, actually.
Why
It's
does it, though?
Definitely fun that everyone has totally disregarded the whole helping assassinate a king thing
Wait,
What?
what?
that Bernard used to talk about in the first few episodes.
Yeah, I don't want to
I
talk
wasn't
about
there,
that
so-
one.
Oh, dude. Oh.
All right, tell us.
So what is that? What is your actual complication with the king with all of that?
That's something we can't talk about.
Oh, right. Next episode.
like ever?
That's going to come up in the campaign if it ever does.
But I want to know.
Had to be there.
No roll for searching.
I'm just like our listeners. I'm lost and I don't know.
Yeah, there's a pretty heavy thing that I don't even think I've talked to Skylar about.
No, I'm kind of
What
in the
that-
dark.
Yeah, that's something that I want, kind of like the Bolton thing. Like how I was kind of just like, this is how it went down, and like he's actually a missed mark.
Yeah.
It's gonna be something like that with the king.
I like it.
There's gonna be some stuff that I'm gonna describe it and explain to you, and it'll make sense for Bernard's character, but it's something that will be fun for you to be like, oh shit, I did that.
Yeah, I'm down. I like that.
So then, I guess a question for listeners who might be asking the question. I guess. So is there going to be like a main purpose as to why the king has been missing the whole time?
Oh, there is
Okay.
Well,
And-
if you actually listen to,
session 0.
Well, no,
Or
I
was it
thought it was,
session 1? Did I explain that? It might be in the first episode.
I mean, I thought it was when
feel
we
like you
just
have
found out,
explained it.
when we just came across Karina, how the king was over here just doing some, he's over at these ruins and
Yeah,
shit.
he went to go explore the ancient Halthor ruins that were once buried in magma.
Melting hot magma.
And now it's been revealed as the lava cooled and
What the hell is that
can
at?
be explored. It's not
You're
in
not
Mordrain. There's a reason he's been gone for 19 years.
now. Yep. No, I remember. I remember.
Yep.
Damn, spoilers.
I remember when.
That's not spoilers.
Round Town spoilers.
Jill's so mad.
Bella's heroes and a halfling.
See, but I already used Tabella's heroes.
I know.
Be a good name.
Al
Heroes,
dente and friends.
heroes and traders. Because I am a trader.
I just got that.
He's a salesman.
Yes, you trade.
You trade things.
Bernard's backyard.
The backyard friends.
The backyard boys.
Yes. And Morgana.
We should just not find a name.
Yeah, we can never name ourselves.
I mean,
We just keep it.
Untamed.
We can just call ourselves blank. Just
The
keep it blank. Just
unnamed.
not even do anything. with it.
unnamed.
Shadowbound.
See, it makes it real difficult to put episode descriptions, though.
Iron
Like,
Pack.
the group, the party.
Echo Nomads.
No.
What?
No.
Are you looking
Ember
at?
Seekers.
Dude, would you stop? Put that.
The
Put,
Wayfinders.
put your magical
Storm
device.
Chasers.
This is actually our
Hey,
minds coming
this
to.
is all going to be on Reddit too. So if anyone has ideas,
Hey, there you go.
Oh,
Yeah, I
we
guess
can give shout out
people
if you
can-
name our group.
can name the group since we can't figure out anything.
Go to Reddit. Anything but. Just kidding.
Scratch that.
Someone take over.
Adventure Nights Pod. Yeah, Reddit for
Do we
sure.
still have Facebook?
No.
Instagram.
It's there, but
Go to
you know,
Instagram.
is it? Well, Instagram is mainly for
Horny.
yeah,
No, that's Reddit.
but really Reddit. Yeah, Reddit's definitely the place.
Yeah. I
That's
feel like
where-
it reaches more people.
We're gonna respond and talk to everyone if they post and comment.
So Reddit and
stuff.
Spotify.
Yeah, those are our main ones
Okay.
for sure.
And then are we, I guess, moving forward, starting to shout out Green Ronin?
I mean, everything is
Because you guys did have a live podcast with them, so like they know that we've talked to them and
Yeah,
whatnot.
I
Maybe
mean,
just like, hey,
definitely
shout out to Green Ronin. Thank you very
support-
much for.
Yeah, support Green Ronin because you know none of this is possible without the book.
Check out Thursdage.
Yeah, And, I guess also the Reddit, keep an eye out for, I might disclose and show any of the home brews for creatures, items, stuff like that I make up. And eventually might make a source book for this campaign.
Yeah.
You can see more of my shitty drawings.
I think they're really good.
And we're going to have some candid pics of us being silly right now.
Oh, absolutely. One of these days, I'm going to show the setup and actually how I do to actually get prepared. 7 shots right down the line.
We'll show the line of shots. The waffles being made.
We're never
a bowl of fruit.
drunk. We're definitely tipsy. Today was probably the most drunk we've ever started.
Yeah, dude, I was like a little
Speak for
concerned. I was like,
yourselves.
oh shit.
That's
fine.
true. I think the most drunk we've ever started as Ales of Girthhammer was that second session.
Oh,
Hence
yeah.
the name.
Which one was that?
Ales of Girthhammer, dude.
The ball.
We all got drunk.
We were
before that
all
one.
drunk. I was drunk for that. I don't know how I GM'd that.
Oh, I remember.
Like, I don't know how I did that so fluently. That was like the least editing I have had to do on an episode. That was one of the episodes where I cut certain things out that were left for unfiltered content and then just added music.
Damn.
I personally don't think Morik was really that drunk. I mean, he was just kind of feeling good.
Pardon me, but I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you drank enough for Morik and, yeah, for everyone.
And I think I lost like a necklace. I'm sorry.
You go to the Whataburger.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, the water burger.
Get your peasant fries. So yeah, if everyone listening, I mean, I guess this is also a shout out. I think at this point, I could check. I don't really want to. We have reached 300 downloads.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
In
Hell yeah.
almost to the day of 2 months of being released.
Wow. That's not half bad.
So that's not bad.
That's awesome. Hey,
So,
thank you very much
yeah.
for all you listeners out there. Honestly,
Yeah.
that's
Thanks
awesome.
to everyone.
Please tell your friends, because if you want us to push out, more than just one episode a week,
I don't
maybe.
know if that'll ever happen. Don't make that
okay.
promise.
Whoa, slow down.
You don't edit.
I don't.
That's less about us making content, more about me having to edit. But if you do want more content in general, things like this where we sit around and bullshit about things, either talking about episodes or, gosh, we could play other games and be
Dude,
ridiculous doing that.
You guys want
Things
to do
like
a
that.
drinking contest on one of
Oh
these?
my gosh, no.
I will outdrink all of you.
I don't think so, buddy.
With dip?
You
Skylar
can put your
loses.
Sailor's Jerry's away, but we go your Sailor versus me drinking tequila, you're going to have a bad day.
Let's go. I will drink that.
I will drink a handle of tequila before
one
you
session.
drink that. Yeah, before you
Okay,
drink that, I will
John-
drink a handle of tequila.
Do you remember the beginning of this episode where you had one beer
I don't remember that.
and you were like,
Oh, dude,
I'm done.
Oh,
I can't drink
geez, that's too
anymore.
much. Oh,
I had
geez.
10 beers.
You had one. I was watching.
it was like half a beer?
Hey, in my defense, that wasn't even beer. It was just straight
Just an
alcohol.
Irish car bomb.
Dude, yeah.
Ah, man. Shout out to you Irish people. That's crazy.
I think we had a couple Irish listeners. That's crazy.
That's not racist at
I'm
all.
Italian.
It's
so-
the name of the drink. All right, go on to Reddit. If there's a different name for an Irish car bomb that's more PC,
More suitable to you guys' liking.
but there's not. I guarantee you.
Car bomb.
I have worked in the industry for too long in bars and shit. There is no other name for that beverage.
Shout out to you Irish people.
That's crazy.
Ooh, we could call it the prostitution.
What? Why? Why?
The name of our group or the Irish
Oh my gosh, Destiny's Child will be the name of your
I'm not against that.
so much trademark.
Guy, trademark.
We do get some publicity because Beyonce shuts us the fuck down.
Dang.
Children of Destiny.
There you go.
Children of the Corn.
Children of the No. That's
What about the final shape? No, I'm just kidding.
What?
Don't use that.
What?
No, don't use it. Shh. That's on Destiny 2. Never mind.
Oh,
Sorry, Bungie.
We're talking about different Destiny.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I guess if you guys can come up with a good name,
Dicks with veins?
let us know.
Why?
I don't know.
Can we mute him? No.
I'm not as bad as Ales of Girthhammer.
Guys, what if we call it Rain?
Oh, dude. That's not a half bad name, dude.
Knights of Rain.
I like rain.
Oh, shit.
Nights
Nights of Rain.
See, but that doesn't make any sense.
Makes
Why?
no
we
sense.
make it rain with
I'm
damage.
from the clouds.
All right.
You're the only one.
And you rain down.
Yeah, and I hold the group together
And you have a stick.
that I hit people with.
Boop.
That's all it's for.
The pantsless heroes.
We're really gonna have to think about
The
this.
one shoe bandits. Am I ever going to find a shoe?
You
No.
have. You found multiple shoes.
No, you gave me 2 left shoes.
Whose fault is that?
I need a race.
You know what's funny? It was you probably could have asked the Knight Commander for like, a
son
pair
of
of
a-
shoes.
We were in town with a bunch of stores. You
Yeah,
could have went
I
and
know.
bought a pair of
The
shoes.
apothecary might have even had a shoe.
Just let your mind go wild.
It's going to be one of those things that he's not going to have a shoe for the entire campaign, and then he's going to find his original shoe,
It's just not
and
gonna
it's going to give him like stupidly good buffs.
Let's do it.
Like he's just going to go Super Saiyan
Let's
because he
do
gets
it.
his
Oh,
full
alright.
his original shoe
To kind of go
back.
back to the campaign, aren't you already mid-maxing, dude, without even knowing it?
Yes, he is without knowing it.
And let's keep
What?
it at that.
Yeah, stop talking about it.
I don't even know what he said. I don't know what those words mean.
If you don't know, you
I
don't know.
think he's going to change his play style.
No, he's not.
I will do
It's
it
one of my favorite things about you as a player.
because I'm an idiot.
No, but because you
can't
play
read?
the way you want to play.
Because I can't read.
No,
Because I
it's not-
can't count.
It's just you play the way you want to play.
Well, what does that mean? Now I'm
Because
worried.
we've talked about it multiple times on the
I'm drinking
episodes.
though. I can't remember.
This the fact that you don't use your halberd for every single thing.
I do.
No,
No.
you
The
don't.
2 main
don't.
battles I
No,
did.
no.
You know,
You use your bow and arrow a lot more. Actually.
Oh, well, that's because whenever I spawn, I'm like 100 yards away.
Oh,
I have to
you
like arc the
spawn?
shit out of it.
Like we spawned somewhere.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck?
you guys appear.
I like to punch him.
But yeah, just the fact that you don't overuse the halberd is my favorite thing. Because you really could.
And then like your rage,
Just think of it. You have
right?
reach with it a little bit. It's a little bit long, and it's 2d6 plus 11.
Yeah, when you go berserker, that is like the highest damaged output that
Any
you
weapon
could
that
possibly
we have
get like right now. It's a lot of damage.
Well, now I'm going to start using it.
No,
That's fine.
No.
It's your weapon to use.
I'm just going to start using my fists.
no.
Yeah, see,
Start
I think
kicking.
that was the one time where I'm just gonna punch him. Like, are you
Oh,
serious?
yeah, that was the first, episode 5 when I got introduced.
Well, no, I let you punch him then. I think it was the Balton fight that you wanted to punch Balton.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yep.
You were in
I
the
remember.
middle of this battle. You had just like come up from being down, and I'm just gonna punch him. Like, no, you're not. I'm not gonna let you punch him. This is a big battle.
Oh, man. That's good.
All right. Anything else anyone got? Any last notes before we put this arc to bed?
Thank you for listening.
So what about second breakfast?
Oh, I guess that actually does put these dice to bed.
Thank you, Esscan, and good night.
Thank you for joining us on this journey. We really enjoyed it.
My home is still there.
Yep. Yeah, and you didn't get a chance, or you didn't go back to grab anything.
Nope. Apparently, I don't really care.
Like having that one potion that you had from your last adventure.
No, I used that on
I
Tommy.
know, but
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying like there could have been stuff in your chest that you probably could have grabbed.
Yeah, there is.
There's things that I would have let you have.
Now you have 2 conch shells.
I still have my spyglass.
That's something.
Oh, that's what we should have grabbed.
We'll post a picture of these dice, and I guess we can figure out some sort of giveaway to do with them.
Yeah.
Enter them into a raffle or something. I don't know.
This is true.
Have them take a survey monkey.
That depends. Oh, we can. Nah.
No, I think giveaway.
No, I'm fine giving them away.
You can give them to me.
No.
No.
The Esscan dice.
Yep.
We said this multiple times, John. Bring your own dice.
I made you a set of dice.
You did.
I made
and
you
they're
multiple
very
sets of
beautiful.
dice.
And they're very beautiful. I still need to pay you for them.
It's fine.
Been over a year.
And now I need to make dice for the next arc.
What is the next arc called?
I don't know yet.
That's a good name.
We'll figure it out once you
Void.
guys get into it, because it might be a mini arc or it might be a
Full campaign.
full arc.
Damn.
It's probably going to be a mini arc, but pretty much it's just going to be my plan for it, which would see if it happens, is going to be to bring up some of the things that were overlooked in Esscan that tie to the main story of the campaign and the world.
So don't ask any questions once we get there.
Go for
Got
it.
it.
Don't worry, I'm just going to tie you guys up and just do exposition at the ass.
Oh,
You guys are bound and tied. So sit up, shut up, and listen to me for like 30 minutes.
La, la, la.
la 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 la.
So it's a BDSM podcast now.
Did we ever say it wasn't?
Do you remember like the second episode?
Oh,
Oh, Bernard.
Seals?
Oh, yes. You scared me.
That does make me a little sad that like the sea elves are kind of gone now.
why they were dicks?
They were abused.
They were so nice. They were fun.
Oh no, I'm thinking of the moray eels.
Yeah.
My bad.
They were funny though.
Yeah,
They
like,
kept biting me
I wonder why.
because they're dicks.
But now we're gonna have different
Types of elves.
NPCs and
Dragon Slayer.
people. I'm excited for the Wood Elves, just to do the Russian accent. Just be so serious and say stupid things.
Duh. That's it.
All right, well,
Cool.
I guess with that, everyone go to the frickin' Reddit. I guess that's the biggest plug. That's the only plug, is we just want to hear from everyone. We want to know how much you hate us, how much you might like us,
What do you like? What you don't like?
how much... Oh, that's something we can do real quick, is me fucking up things. So, I fucked up the way ranged weapons work for like the first 10 episodes. I think
Yeah.
we remedied that off mic. But yeah, me saying that the short range to long range is your range is completely wrong, because your short range is anything between 0 and that is your range. Anything between your short and your long is a penalty of -2, and anything outside of your long, you cannot attack.
Oh, dude, that's different.
So that's how ranged weapons work.
Okay.
And I've screwed that up since the beginning, because I'm pretty sure in Dragon Age it was written the other way, but I might be wrong on that too. And then the other thing I discovered with Joey the other day.
you son of a... I've just remembered. Fuck you.
So this is a disclaimer to if you play Fantasy Age, to read all of the descriptions of items that you give players. You know those healing kits you guys use? Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you use a healing kit, you're supposed to get a +2 on your intelligence.
Are you being for real?
Yep. Okay, but I'm only 50% to blame.
You're right. We should have probably...
Because all said and done, if I give you guys something, you should probably look it up and see what the item description says.
But,
Fair enough,
but
fair
at the same time, dude, you're doing so much.
No,
you can't
it
look
still
at
works. Yeah,
every
that's true.
single
Everything
detail.
worked out and was fine, but yeah, moving forward, definitely going to pay more attention.
And to be fair, most of those healing kits I ended up using on you guys, and they all passed anyways.
Yeah,
and the
they-
ones I
they
used, I
usually-
rolled so low it wouldn't have freaking mattered anyway.
Yeah, most of them usually passed by quite a bit,
Or they failed
by
by-
enough that it probably wouldn't have made a difference. Because actually, the way healing works is that you don't actually even need a healing kit to heal somebody. You can actually just use like a piece of your clothing or something to heal, but the healing kit gives you that bonus versus just being like, I'm gonna tear my sleeve and make like a quick bandage.
Oh,
would
like a
just
tourniquet.
be straight.
Hey,
healing.
Mr. Al
Wouldn't that,
Dente.
like, not give you back health points? It would just,
Yeah.
like, bring you back to consciousness, pretty much.
Pretty sure it just works the same as a heal action.
You
But
have
the whole point
so
is healing
much
kits give you
clothing.
bonuses.
I have so much clothing. You're
Yeah,
right.
you could heal the whole damn town.
I don't want to do that.
Well, I'll take a shirt from his wardrobe when he's
Just
not
start
taking-
ripping his
No,
wardrobe.
See, but that's also why it's written as that you can't heal yourself,
it won't
which I
fit.
do like.
My
'cause
shirts
that
won't fit
is
you.
something different from Dragon Age. Dragon Age was written as you can just take the heal action, and so you could just heal yourself after every hit if you wanted to. But this is, I like the way that it is somebody has to heal you. You can't take care of
I
yourself.
do like that. That is really nice.
Makes things really challenging too.
Especially because the healers are usually the ones who don't have any defense. And you
Yeah.
guys are going down in the middle of the battle.
Yep. I mean, Chirurgy is a talent that anyone can take.
What is
Well, I guess you have to have the healing focus first.
What's that? What was?
Chirurgy?
No.
Chirurgy? I don't know how to say it.
Worcestershire sauce?
I say Chirurgy.
Chirurgy?
Chirurgy.
Chirurgy?
Surgery?
Mike Tyson.
Be nice.
Chirurgy.
Mike Tyson's actually badass. You leave him alone.
You talk about it like Tathan that way.
Mike Tyson is the best.
I'm sorry.
beast.
I'm sorry.
Take it easy, Jake Paul.
Damn. I didn't pay him.
Beating up old men.
I didn't pay him.
They show their ass on
You're
TV.
the old man here.
Yeah. I could take his ass.
You could take it.
Up the.
All right. Anything else, guys?
Nah.
No?
Oh, is it Sunday yet? Is it breakfast time yet?
Okay. I mean, this has been Adventure Nights. Thanks everyone for listening so far. If you stuck around, if you're enjoying it and you want to hear more and want other things, let us know on the Reddit. Like I said, we'll definitely put up like a discussion for this episode in general to give comments on everything. And please tell your friends about everything.